you take out a shorty, they don't grant you bail, for example, in a court, and therefore appear. This shorty, they can't stand for you. Now, it will end up for pay this amount of money, so count you, host plan, count with this. So, the person go say, oh no, now money they can't take me hand off for bail. Because they don't begin asking me, say, now this have account with. So, the bail bond itself, this person, this accused person in court, it don't directly misconstrue that.
So enjoying me with all this way you explain, so more especially when I don't sensitize people, as you rightly say, the bike riders them. How they don't they accept them and who's changed this don't bring come like when they go to them for the first time and tell them about this bail, especially where you say plenty people no waiting a bail.
Bike riders and also the first engagement so they don't get under this project. Legal Aid Board don't do a lot of engagement with them. I understand Citrocare and some other agencies. We are just the tail end now, but we don't go. This don't help them, the leadership for him understand what's in a bail. This don't help the leadership not forgetting very good relationship according to them with even the law enforcement agencies like the Sierra Leone Police, the traffic agency, and the road safety corps, the one that we call traffic wardens. And with even the one that we look like SLRS, some other officials and where they work at the judiciary as well. They now don't know say when a bike rider, you understand, they're in a police, for example. The leadership they now go to police for engage the police first or no, waiting to arrest that bike rider for. And second, if they're available offense, men and grant and bail. Rather than before now, you go see bike rider and then go into serious riots because they don't all want the member, then barricade rules them, then begin misbehave, then they misconduct themselves. So they don't now tell you say no. As a result of this intervention, they don't think say yes. The police get their own consider responsibility for doing what they do so. So therefore, if any of the members don't default, they need for engage, you understand, the leadership of the police or that law enforcement agency, we don't arrest the member. They need for know that day.
Okay. We get different sectors then. You get the marketwoman then, you get other people them as well. We did not bring the idea for make Carl engage bike riders about the issue of bail regulation.
This now as a result of the support we get from UNDP. This is now part of the peace building fund where UNDP gets, where they implement together with government, the Ministry of Youth Affairs as well. They're part of this project. Now, the bike riders in our establishment and the way plenty of people can say they're lawless, quick, then take the law in the hand, then go into violence because of XYZ reasons. So we see say, often and again, the bike riders they always stay before the law. They did a police, they did a court. Why? Because then they arrest the membership for various offenses. And for grant bail, now one seriously Sudan, they way bike riders and they always get challenged with. So now make force with the as part of this project for engage them, make them understand what's in a bail. What in bail mean and how then they get bail and would that they grant bail and what's in the process for men to give somebody bail. Then they understand the circumstances and let us say also know say then your membership, then your leadership at the national, district and regional levels then get a responsibility for ensure say when the member don't do before the law, how they go about for men that person to get bail. You don't mean say police will arrest you because you don't default. Now bad police don't do. Make the bike riders also understand that. And as part of engagement with them, they don't understand that. The bad application of the law, it don't mean say the law bad. Most times, we get very good laws in this country. But how certain officers, they apply the law, they apply it wrongly. Now that makes plenty of people say that law is a bad law.
So what will be the acceptance of the bike riders with regard the education when I go give them about bail regulation?
First, they're not able to enhance their knowledge with respect to bail. They don't now know, say, yes, bail, not right. Second, they don't understand, say, they're not for pay money to anybody for give them bail. Because most times, or most of the concerns they come for bike riders and like that, some of them, Alex say, they can give money for men and grant bail. Even though they can run certain police stations, they say bail are free. But most times they say they can ask for give money. So they now don't know, say no, you know if you pay 1,000 to anybody for making grant you bail. And they don't understand, say bail are free, and therefore they don't understand they can't crime the way they commit when they for grant you bail for within this within the specified period where they lost it.
Okay, talking about una don't go sensitize people but bail, telling them the importance of bail and all. How una don't work with the judiciary for CC and gonna support in that area day because talking about them, say most of the time now them people can get in contact with.
Yes. The judiciary don't work with them from that time we don't exist as Carl. You understand? And in fact, one of the very strong partners we can to waiting what they do so far. Now making fact now we before now and currently they monitor the application of the bail regulations. The bail regulation there, I'm sure most people can talk to them about that in a moment. The regulations they speak how they for grant bail across this country. So Carl, we don't monitor that day over time. We don't say yes. We don't submit report to the judiciary with respect to compliance when it comes to the bail regulations. But at that level, we see certain challenges are still there. From then we don't begin to look at the compliance when it comes to the bail regulations. Now we don't see people then still there we don't understand within a bail and how for even acquire bail. So man still say until you give money before they grant you bail. Even when they say bail na free, you don't need to pay anything for bail. But some money for still understand and they say no, bail na free. If you don't give money from, they don't grant you bail. So at the end of the day, if I want to get issue with the law enforcement agencies, it will decide for moving away through. Okay. The other thing also what I say about now then difficult conditions when they attack to bail, for example. Some conditions they can give it very onerous. Now difficult conditions now. For example, if somebody they go now, you don't appear before the magistrate court now, you understand? Then you go grant and bail say if account waiting, if account book, we get conveyance. When you look at Bo, most of the people that get host and Bo, with respect to them, not get host book in a conveyance. You understand? Waiting and get now then book now then permit or whatever they come to paramount if you go sign. So if you give that kind of condition to somebody for in exchange of bail, it will be difficult for a for filing. Okay. You go grant somebody bail, for example, by 4:30 you don't grant a bail. Say if account bank statement, now put on that person in the SRI account debo. By the time the person they come up, put your can't get a man sleeping about time don't pass, 5 o'clock. So that person go end up for go sleep down because of the kind of condition we don't give. So now one serious now they also they look
okay. Okay, continue for David Twin at the program in the acting executive director for Center for Accountability and the Rule of Law, Jeremy Ben Simbo, as he be the talk about seeing the way Carl don't they do. When we come back after this break, we can talk on the statement where the Chief Justice be make for Seka bail as according to them na part of the way for support government by the fight against drug na the country, especially the kush drug.
Feliz Navidad.
You know, say this Christmas celebration I get for sweets, Lifan gets one big surprise for all the loyal customers.
Wait, not to that Lifan Christmas bonanza where they see all over the place they talk about. I see them say where you buy any Lifan Okada for just 18,500 millions, or them Lifan tricycle na any brand from Freetown to Kelma or Makeni, you they get one free raffle ticket for the grand draw will go happen live inside January.
Yes, so one bite equals to one ticket. The more you buy, the more.
And the price them where I see them sweet you can win 5 brand new Lifan Okada, 10 higher TVs, 10 Kovacs generators, 10 higher refrigerators, and 10 higher freezers.
A total of 45 lucky winners go win across the 3 branches. So make sure say you not left out at this promotion, Yaso.
Go now, now the nearest Lifan branch na either Freetown at 24 Main Motor Road Congo Cross, or Keneman at 65 Hanga Road, or Makeni at 24 Lonsaro. Or call the number 077-360-000 for buy you brand new Lifan motorbike for just 18,500 millions, or you find Lifan tricycle and get ready for celebrate big this Christmas season.
Lifan Christmas Bonanza. Buy, win, and celebrate.
See our last camp and this farming business. Now in no more they make profits. It's all like na debully gets where they work for them.
But blopa you comping. But that's not fine pan business.
But that's for waiting. I don't know why we don't tape on this business no they get better. And we just come they shine like a holy.
That's go. If they do well thing, but you not feel say.
Me sister them. Not so debully I get so that they manage me profits after I don't sell me farm markets. Now make una they see me at the shine by this farm business so.
Boss here, you get this fine secret, you not tell we you sister them.
Now I they try for tell una so. Where I don't sell me farm thing them. I know they spend like how una they spend. Look you musu. Now new ladies bag you come out by so. You they trust for buy any new clothes we come out. All time una they spend pass how una they make them. Me now, I they save. I they cut me cut according to me size. For LP Pandis, now make bank with in partner them. They don't start this financial and digital literacy campaign for farming community them, where they help you for manage your budget, learn you how for trust, and plenty other awareness there. We go make your business grow more and more. Save today for you tomorrow and buy.
This message they come out from Wokel Commercial Bank and UNCDF in partnership with Government of Sierra Leone with funding from European Union.
Start SL, they're ready for the 2026 population and housing census.
But before them begin, they go do cartographic mapping now all the districts them, chiefdom and section, town and village them na Salone from October 2025 so till 2026. What in a cartographic mapping? Now for map all the hosts them and do one quick host or population counts and place them where people then live so they go able to count everybody correct. What you make them they do them now? This na the plan before the big census for make sure say all things set. What you for do? Help the mapper them, show them the host them, and answer small question them of almost people in there. Now one host. Who's can question them then go ask? They go ask about the building, household, and almost people in there now every host. No need for worry. All data whether they collect go be secret. They not go ask you for your name or show you face any side. You go know the mapper them easy one. Then go wear Stats SLT shirts, cap, ID card, and self go get letter of introduction. This is for benefit we all. Good data go help bring school, road, clinic, and other development to we community.
Now the time don't come so we go bring development here for we.
So when you see the mapper them, talk to them. Make we all join on for make Mama Salone better.
Make sure say them continue.
The program they continue. And remember, say the program where they listen to now Good Morning Salone, where they come to you from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. And where they bring come this edition, my name is Kabiam.
And Adeyemi Jackson.
Well, inside the program now, they take one part with headline story them. The Minister of Planning and Economic Development, Kenya Balese, the agreement where the Ministry of Planning don't sign with international non-government organization them not only go improve transparency and accountability, but go make sure say them program them they in line with government's medium-term national development plan. In talk this for sake the Ministry of Planning and Economic Development go sign one memorandum of understanding with international non-governmental organization them where they operate in the country. Where reporter Adeyemi Jackson gets more and go now report.
According to Master Sabi people, for make any country develop, na the responsibility of different organization or institution where they operate in that country they foresee say then come together and help government for implement program them where go improve the life of people where they live in that country day. For Salone, government na the biggest player for take development and how to reach area them or study don the show say government alone not go able to carry development na different pattern of the country but need the support of other organization them like the international non-governmental organization where this na different body them where they operate na the country. Even though then different body them here don't they operate na the country, but a clear say for long term now, then different international organization them here don't they operate to themselves as they implement program where different from government national development plan as way for CC then bring them together and work as one, make the Ministry of Planning and Economic Development don't go sign one memorandum of understanding with the different international non-governmental organization them where they talk the development secretary na the Ministry of Planning and Economic Development Ambrose James start to explain about the reason for this agreement where the ministry don't sign with INGO them.
We envision that in as much as we have the structures that are out there, it seems as if the structures in some places are not working very well, and we need the buy-in of the center, which is the headquarters of your different NGOs. And that is why we have said, in the spirit of participation and collective responsibility, let us all sign together an MOU for which we will all be held collectively responsible if things go or things do not work well. So it's just in the spirit of the ministry itself to say things that we're supposed to follow up on, let's do the follow-up well. Where we had said we had action points that we need to do, let's do them well. And I think this is a combination of one of the action points from one of those meetings that we had.
The International Non-Governmental Organization Steering Committee, responsible for coordinating the affairs of international non-governmental organizations, where don't they operate in the country, we make the chairman for this steering committee, James Riak Mateng, talk about what them as INGO think about this agreement.
We say a huge thank you to the ministry for supporting the NGO sectors in the coordination. The recent example was the engagement with the Vice President. The feedback we received among the partners was a productive engagement. It's something that we appreciate. We appreciate the Ministry of leading that, and we hope as we continue, to discuss the development issues, it will not be a one-time event. We hope it will be a continual process where issues that are affecting us, issues that would affect the operation are also discussed at that forum. And also there were actions point in that meeting that would also require follow-up. And we also appreciate if the ministry could also support in those follow-up.
Inside in your talk, the Minister of Planning and Economic Development, Kenya Bale, start for talk about some of the things them where they inside this agreement.
The purpose of this MOU, just to recap, that you will be signing, or the various MOUs that you will be signing, is to improve coordination at both the district and regional levels, more regional, the district and regional level, to strengthen reporting and communication. Because you meet, reports are not shared, or they're not communicated, and that also leads to the duplication, overlap, and also waste of time. To also reinforce mutual accountability, ensure that NGO interventions are aligned to the national and local development needs, and of course the national medium-term national development plan. And ultimately, this will improve the quality of your services delivered, and even your delivery channels to a certain extent, ultimately to impact the people of Sierra Leone.
One challenge where the Ministry of Planning and Economic Development don't get now how to coordinate the activity of international non-governmental organizations where don't they operate in the country. Where make Kenya Bale we get this for say, but the issue of collaboration and coordination of INGO them.
So coordination is outlined as a separate section, and it's a major pillar of the MOU. And as I mentioned earlier, we expect to strengthen coordination structures at every level. The MOU also affirms that the NGO country directors will ensure consistent participation and attendance of their district representatives in all coordination meetings. And all of these will be done in an effort to institutionalize coordination rather than leaving it to the goodwill of the various NGOs.
The Minister of Planning and Economic Development, Kenya Bale, and say the ministry will continue to support the work of INGO them where they operate in the country because they believe say they get important role for play and national development. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Adeyemi Jackson, the report.
Well, from that report, we can now studio. We still get with two studio guests. Then we get the spokesperson for the Sierra Leone Judiciary, Wena Moses Lamin Kamara, and so we get the acting executive director for Center for Accountability and the Rule of Law, Wena Jeremy Ben Simo. Now we come over to you, Moses. Section 17.3 of the 1991 Constitution say any person who is arrested or detained in respect of a crime offense shall be of a criminal offense shall be brought before a court within a reasonable time, and if not tried within a reasonable time shall be released either unconditionally or upon reasonable condition, include bail. Women say any person we then bring before the court we get case and get rights for apply for bail according to the Constitution, and therefore grant and bail, even though grant and bail. This being said, we see the feds, the drug feds in the country now one way we see different sectors and all they come together for CC and support them. And the judiciary now one because plenty time when they can get them KCR and can go to a court for CC then give justice. And one part it's in them where the Chief Justice, because we talk on different things, they must say, according to them, they get for get a court where they get for the seats on Saturdays, get for get special magic and judge, they get for seats pass some of them case, then they, including in the Chief Justice and other four judge them, the statements will be making a status, and the other one will be saying that they don't go grant people in bail, when they go catch with drug, more especially coach. This statement from the judiciary, what do you mean?
Okay, yes, the Honorable Chief Justice is really committed to that, and his statements they in line with the provisions of the law. We therefore understand the rejected to the law. Now, one of the things that the Constitution states as the right of the accused. Every accused person is entitled to bail. If you go even on the new Criminal Procedure Act, or let me say even the old one will be the exist, Section 79, they tell you, say, even for murder, treason, and other one, then bail should be granted, but by a judge. And this new Criminal Procedure Act also state that. But let us also look at the statement of the Chief Justice, whether within a reasonable time, you understand. If there is any delay, the person should be put in safe, you understand. So now what we are saying, before the Chief Justice make that statement or utter that statement, and also mechanism there in place for expeditious trial, you understand. They say one, there are courts then we in the set where specifically these are specialized courts where they try people them where they catch with drugs. That now one thing. So it identifies specialized judges them. We don't go through the training the day, how for ensure say they deal with drugs matters then. The Chief Justice appoint then judges then day. If you watch, there are 4 judges then we appoint for ensure say they sit on drugs related issues then. Then the magistrate then obviously they have been trained. Then it say all the judges there in the provinces and the magistrates in the provinces, they all they sit on them. So the first thing what the Chief Justice do now for set up the mechanism then are they set up. Because whilst in cognizance of the fact, say, you will not go keep accused person. Mind you, he is a pioneer of bail. Now person when they push for bail. Now person when one of the members there for the bail regulation under the UNDP. Right from the start, it was there up till now, and they push for him. That is one. So it does set up all the mechanisms there in place and say, now we have the structures there so. Because we have the structures there so, we cannot admit somebody where they're charged with possession of drugs or drugs-related issue to bail. But in as much as we let they admit the person to bail, it's a way we need for the alternative to not admitting the person to bail, which many will say is the right of the person, but we also they give the person the other right, which is expeditious trial. So in a situation wherein you get a case and it is expeditiously, they try quick, then it means you don't need bail. You understand? Because the essence of bail, mind you, if you watch at the bail regulation, which is an extract of the Criminal Procedure Act, and the Criminal Procedure Act were tied to the provision when you read so. The bail regulation, they say, you are opposed to bail. The court cannot grant bail in as much as the bail regulation, they project bail, that we forgive bail. A category of cases then, where bail is a matter of right. Like for instance, all traffic offenses besides motor manslaughter, bail is a matter of right. When you go to court, they for grant you bail. Like the issues that when we brother the if bike riders and they come not for heinous offenses, then not grant them bail. Let the matter be reported to us. The Chief Justice that will suspend and magistrates them where don't do them things they die. So if we say we cannot grant bail, you understand, for drugs, it's just like where sexual penetration be there. So it's a tool the judicial will use to fight. We cannot grant bail, but will ensure expeditious trial. So, and we don't get people there.
Moses, in the first place, the Chief Justice gets right to make such statements.
Obviously. And the Chief Justice, one, he gets the right to make that statement. Two, the Chief Justice work within the law. You know, go out. There are provisions in the Constitution where you read, because that is a right. Okay. But they are not saying for all offenses. There are certain times you don't give bail.
Moses, when you look at the Criminal Procedure Act, it gives rights to bail. Even in exceptional cases like murder, it say the judge gets the discretion for give bail. So in a situation of drugs, if the Chief Justice say nobody, they not forgive bail, you know, things in a violation of that proceeding rights?
No, it is not. It is not. It is not. Waiting this, they tell you. You see, you need to read the law, you watch at one provision, you ignore all the others then. No, that's the fairness to the interlaw. Now, let me just make this clear. I'm coming.
Mostly, but you look under the Criminal Procedure Act of Section 79.
Yes, 76.
Yeah.
76, we talk about court bail.
Yeah, exactly. And when you come bottom, you say if someone charged with treason, they shall not be admitted to bail except by a judge.
Yes, it tells you that magistrate court, the word shall, which is emphatic, they tell you, say, when somebody there before a magistrate court for heinous offenses, including these drugs where we say murder, manslaughter, whatever, you understand, and they tell you, say, for their heinous offenses, the magistrate court not the grant bail, you understand. But if there is no evidence, you can throw the case out for lack of evidence. But in this case, they tell you, say, the magistrate need the grant bail. So the shall, then they tell you, say, bail shall be granted. They say, at that magisterial court, bail shall not be granted, except, I'm coming, except by high court. So in other words, what's in this provision they say? If a magistrate court refuse bail for murder at magisterial court or for drugs or whatever, this provision they tell you, say, you the lawyer, you can kind of high court. But when you kind of high court, there you have the judge. You understand? The judge, they look at this thing, and in it they tell you, say, because you don't kind of high court, bail should be granted. No. The judge, they take into consideration of all the things that are so within a regulation 3:1 of the bail regulation. The judge, they take about the law. Is there any law which say for this particular offense, bail should not be granted? If no, the judge, they say, okay. Now, the judge, they say, now who's charged with they charge this person? Isn't murder this person a manufacturer of kush? Then if that's the nature of the charge, the judge will say, based on this one, I will grant bail. But let us say, if it is not, then the judge, they can look at the strength of the evidence where the magistrate courts don't gather. You understand? When the magistrate court don't gather the strength of the evidence, because the file they come, the judge they watch, okay, this person they catch in possession of 30,000 words of kush or whatsoever. The judge they say, no, with the evidence, strength of the evidence, and then they grant this person be let it come. So we need to understand this. And also for other offenses, the protection of witness, you need a grant bail. So there is nothing like exclusive.
You don't explain about the issue of bail on trial, but in this situation, we see the Chief Justice make such statement even at a time when the individual not appear before court. One go say he already don't convict a person before trial.
No. Any
to the Chief Justice make, if Justice make in relation to bail. Now come over to Carl. Una don dey talk to people, tell them waiting for know their rights, but bail and all. These statements from the Chief Justice, how can be accepted?
Well, we don't hear everything. The statement will come from the Chief Justice, and I don't see how Moses on they try to explain now for that waiting really the Chief waiting that statement they mean. And we also want for we know say the current Chief Justice are one of the major pioneers and where he can bail regulations in this country. In fact, they tell the launch of false report. Naim go represent the Chief Justice at that time. Naim be the master of Naim be like the person we get for deliver the keynote on behalf of the Chief Justice at that time. You know, we've been continue for support this cause. So as Moses don't rightly say, a person and the way I'm no say, he really they in for bail. You understand? He always only talk down the end. We don't see where he don't also make certain provisions and he don't do some few things of late we don't come, we don't become Chief Justice for see how you continue for support bail. But equally also again, in as much as the role of the judiciary now for interpret the constitution, for also try for see how then go punish lawbreakers by using the law, he also find for me they use the same law. You understand? Within the law say let them also operate within the ambit or confines of the law, as we can always say. For yes, the Moses don't say, the Chief Justice don't say anybody will appear, you understand, before the court, you understand, on allegations of drugs in this country. They no grant and bail. Then it requires some serious conversation. You understand? Just like how now they talk about waiting the law say, we now don't read certain portions, then waiting at the law, where they talk about bail. This same law say bail, now right. Now the same law again, we don't say yes, not to every offense, you understand, we're bailable. You understand? Just like how the situation would go like. You know, so and we know say anybody where they appear before the law, that person they say always presume innocent until the court prove am guilty or otherwise. You understand? So the person dey appear in that kind under that kind of notion. So for just say yes, for example, anybody now will appear under drug-related issues, that person is not for grant and bail. So I think say a good for me could try for understand for something that they mean. Because Moses don't really try for explain what exactly what that statement they mean. Let's say for example when they just all with customer, like where police on they do massive raid now, for example.
Jeremy, you don't listen to Moses and you don't also listen, perhaps you don't listen to the statement where the Chief Justice say. We're not a civil society organization, we're not on the work on the rule of law and on justice reforms at the judiciary. In the first place, as a civil society body, you think the Chief Justice, or not think the Chief Justice be there in the right place to make such statement?
I think so. The same question way your colleague don't ask me why they try to explain that.
Okay,
you understand? Now the same question you don't ask me. But also, you remember, moment and then in this country don't say extraordinary moments them, they require extraordinary measures as well. We don't say push, for example, now serious issue that now we can't pass alone business. They don't declare an emergency as far as I know. But now President said also they need for FETAM to understand. They use the very strong ways for FETAM. So another try for saying, for example, say the pronouncement the Chief Justice make. Me don't see the press release and not say whatever until I hear from what Moses say. But also again, let me go back to what the law say. We they encourage the judiciary, let them use the same law, let them apply the law. What in the laws they don't say for fake drug in this country. Because if they go against the law, it will be a different thing altogether. Because remember they say the person when they appear, you understand a court, that person is still presumed to be innocent until that same court day. Now let's say the example I just forgive. You go call somebody where he gets you hold on with kush. It is smoke kush for example on the street. You not go deal with that same person there, just like how you go hold the one where Alex say now then they manufacture or then they bring can kush that's what I do. So now we try for say how they go drive for like separate the hand, what's really the hand they mean. But for just say no more, anybody appear now before the judiciary or before the court, you understand, on allegations of drug, they don't grant that person the bail. In the name that then they try for expeditiously try that person, I think say then they get some serious consideration. So let them go back to that same decision day and try for how they go review and operate under the confines of the law.
Continue for the between the program. Now not time for go break, but before we go break, we want to welcome we other studio girls. We na Charlie Israel Williams.
With no big, no stress of mind. You don't empower your pin, you don't secure in future, and you don't also make a dream come true. All this go happen when you choose UBA for open accounts for your picking. With just 250 new loans, you go